days of Mashiach. And this is what the Navi Yecheskel speak about, Gog uMagog, Mechemet Gog uMagog. Some people wanted to say that World War II was Gog uMagog. 50 million people died or more, but that cannot be. Because if you read the description of Gog uMagog, first of all, it has to be together with Mashiach. It has to be together with Mashiach. It has to be together with Mashiach.
It has to be together with Mashiach.
In ancient Hindu scriptures, it states Koka and Vikoka will make war with Kalki Avatar, and the Kalki will destroy Koka and Vikoka in the final battle. In Islam, it's mentioned that Yajuj and Majuj will make war, and Imam Mehdi alayhi salam, with Jesus peace be upon him, will save the planet by destroying them as well as the Antichrist. In Christianity, it says Satan will gather nations in four corners of the earth, including Gog and Magog, to a final battle with Jesus peace be upon him and his saints. In ancient Iranian Zoroastrianism, it states during the end times a Saoshyant will come. When the earth is full of injustice and oppression, Saoshyant will destroy the Angra Mainyu, the destructive spirit. As far as I know, the red heifer has not been burned. There's people spreading information about it, that it's been burned. But I don't think so. If you don't know what I'm talking about, let me explain. Not so long ago, a red heifer was born in Israel, a red baby cow. It's one of the signs of the Moshiach coming, according to a number of rabbis, meaning Jewish priests. However, I believe, and you don't have to believe me, I believe the red heifer, which is rare and blemishless, was genetically engineered. Whatever the case may be, the rabbis in Israel hold that the birth and the burning of the red heifer is a sign. To put it in a nutshell, without burning the red heifer, the temple can't be built. The reason why so many evangelical Zionists are excited with the red heifer is because they too understand that the third temple means the coming of Jesus, peace be upon him, and the redemption of the world. However, the Jewish people don't hold the view that Jesus, peace be upon him, will be that Messiah. More to the point, Orthodox Christians don't believe in self-fulfilling prophecies like Netanyahu and his crew. The Messiah will arrive, but when, it's up to God and not man. So who is Israel trying to bring in to our realm as the Moshiach through such desperate acts, especially the rebuilding of the third temple and the burning of the red heifer?
If a goy comes to us today and asks a question about red cow, when we read in the beginning of the parasha, right away Rashi says, every time the Torah say chukat Torah, this is the law of the Torah, chukah, means it's a law, it's a decree from God. Don't try to understand it, because you don't have the ability to understand the secrets of this law.
You see what Rabbi Mizrahi is trying to do here? He's basically saying God sent the Torah to the people of Israel, but don't try and understand it, because you lack the ability. I mean, for goodness sake, why send down a book which so many people are unable to understand? What he's really trying to do here is sell snake oil. He's trying to brainwash people into a cult thinking mentality.
So there are two secrets about red cow. Now I want to ask you a question. I hope some of you are clever, you already got the point here. And if not, I'll help you out. What's the trick here? Very simple. If a human being was trying to pretend that he's a messenger of God, or that God gave him the Torah, and he was a faker and he was inventing that mitzvah, let's pretend that he wanted to pretend that he's somebody holy, and he made a weird mitzvah, red cow. To begin with is very weird, because nobody understands the laws of it. It's not human laws. Let's say he made it up. He has great imagination. He said, how do I fool the public? I pretend I bring them something spiritual that doesn't make sense. Like this, they believe me, it's from God. He will still not be able to know those two signs.
Rabbi Mizrahi often babbles a lot and doesn't make much sense, but what he's trying to say here is nobody can claim to be the Messiah without the birth of the red cow and the rebuilding of the third temple. Those are the two signs. But my friends, I already showed you the creation of Israel was self-fulfilled. It wasn't divine, it was planned.
And behave like a Jew. You understand? You don't really need more than that. If you're clever enough, if anybody comes and says, how do I know your Torah is divine? How do I know it's from the creator of the world? Red cow.
More to the point, the red cow was genetically engineered. Furthermore, there are still 15 million people of the Jewish faith, but only 6.5 live in Israel. So they haven't been able to gather everyone, which is a major prophecy.
There's thousands of other proofs, of course. This is only one out of thousands. I myself have thousands. And I'm not exaggerating. So many. You don't know where to start sometimes.
The time is ticking for the emergence of the false Messiah in Jerusalem. My Muslim brothers and sisters, Jewish as well as Christians, we are living in troubling times.
כלו כל הקיצור, ואין הדבר תלוי אלא בתשובה. אנחנו מחכים לקץ הגאולה. כתוב בגמרא, כלו כל הקיצים, ואין הדבר תלוי אלא בתשובה.
Natural disasters are on the increase. There is not a moment of rest. Then there's Dukhan, smoke, mushroom clouds. It's a real possibility. Aeroplanes going missing, we don't know how to track them. Despite all the latest technology, something is seriously wrong with this planet. According to other traditions of end times prophecies, Jews would return to Israel after 2,000 years. A temple would be rebuilt. Billions of people would perish during 7 years of natural disasters. The Antichrist would rise and rule the world. The Battle of Armageddon would commence somewhere near Israel. Jesus would return to defeat Satan's armies and then preside over Judgment Day. The Jewish people would have returned to Israel. But in order for this prophecy to move forward, a perfectly red heifer is needed, and this is according to the Talmudic rabbis, not real Jews. The red heifer is mentioned in Numbers 19:2, and it says, "Speak unto the children of Israel that they bring thee a red heifer without spot, wherein is no blemish, and upon which never came a yoke." And even though a perfectly red heifer is considered a biological anomaly, many in Israel and abroad have been working hard to deliver it. I personally believe, and you don't have to believe me, I believe this red heifer has been born unnaturally. Because throughout history, only about 9 to 10 red heifers have been born this perfect. And it seems Netanyahu has made use of technology to create this red heifer. This is a part of the deception, folks. Dolly the sheep was a sensation when she first appeared in front of the world, a scientific breakthrough, fascinating, but also menacing. Dolly was cloned from taking a body cell from sheep A, fusing that cell's DNA with an egg cell, with its nucleus removed from sheep B. This fused cell developed into an embryo, which was placed into the uterus of a surrogate mother, sheep C. The resulting lamb, in this case Dolly the sheep, is a clone of sheep A. I believe Jesus, peace be upon him, and Imam Mehdi will come. In fact, these are troubling times. However, it also states in the Quran that there were some people who took their priests and rabbis as gods, and this is what we are witnessing today. God clearly states they took their priests and rabbis as gods, not in terms of worshipping them, but believing in them in every matter. This is wrong. I'm not asking you to believe. All I am doing is giving you information. The rest is up to you to ponder, to consider, because it's in my book that God says He gave us eyes to see, ears to listen, and the brain to use. Only the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was charged with a mission for all creation, and if we consider the Prophet's words, he said, Allah will send a man from my family to fill the earth with justice and equity, just as it's filled with injustice and tyranny. Globalization and the oppression that has spread has only surfaced in the last 100 years. So the timing of Imam Mehdi alayhi salam and the return of Jesus, peace be upon him, in relation to appearance of oppression on a global scale and the need for the world to be revived coincides. Thank you for listening. I know I talk too much, but I'm saying this honestly from my heart. I do love everyone who has been supporting me, and those who haven't, whether Muslim, Hindu, Christian, or even Jewish. I think you guys are absolutely amazing. I've also received emails from people who have left Israel. It was not my intention to make anyone leave, but I think that is the right idea. May God bless you.